Hello, this is Heather, Shutterbug 101. Today we will be discussing the differences of 4K video using different sensor sizes. Let's get started. So I've had a lot of debate in some of my camera walkthroughs about 4K video in one sensor size is not the same quality in a different sensor size. Now, in some ways, that is true, but overall, 4K video is 4K video. So I'm going to tell you in which ways that statement is true, but also have video examples shown throughout the video, switching from full-frame Sony a7 Mark III, the crop sensor Sony a6300, the Micro Four Thirds Panasonic G95, the 1-inch sensor Panasonic ZS200, and the half-inch sensor Panasonic ZS80, all recording in 4K video at 30 frames per second. Just take a look at the right-hand corner to see which camera is recording. First, let's start with the sensor. What is it? What are the size differences, and how else are they different? In the photo shown is a representation of the sensor sizes. Full frame being the biggest and a 35mm equivalent, you can see the sensors get smaller, starting with the crop sensor at a 1.5 times crop, the Micro Four Thirds at 2 times crop, 1-inch sensor at 2.7 times crop, and half-inch is about a 5.6 times crop. What this means is the smaller the sensor, the more the crop, thus losing light intake, wide-angle options, and depth of field as well. To learn more of the effect sensor sizes have on your photos and video, check out the link in the description below. Now, what does 4K video mean? We know it's the best video in everyday cameras available, and it's got a lot of hype, but what is it? 4K resolution refers to a horizontal display resolution of about 4,000 pixels. For cameras, no matter what sensor, 3,840 by 2,160 is the 4K standard. The way I compare 4K to 1080p or HD video is HD video is perfect for your living room television, while 4K is more cinematic screen. 4K resolution is naturally much larger, so it's better for a larger, clearer screen. This also means that 4K video, whether done on a full-frame camera or half-inch point-and-shoot, is going to be the same resolution. Now let's consider how the differences in sensor size can make 4K video appear differently. We talked about how full-frame sensors are the biggest option available out of all these sensors and captures the most detail, light, and depth of field. The smaller we go in sensor sizes, the less creative options you have. But you need to consider if these will affect the type of video that you're going to do. Standing here talking to a camera in good lighting and being close distance to my backdrop, you probably won't see a huge difference on your cell phone or computer in regards of light intake or depth of field. However, if I turn the lights off and keep it at the current settings, you are more likely to see a difference in lighting in all the different sensor sizes. Now, if I put my hand up in front of my face and make myself as part of the background, you'll see that there'll be a depth of field difference. You can see if I start with the full frame, it blurs me nicely out of focus, but the smaller sensor I go, the sharper my face becomes. There's still a blur, but not as strong as it appears on the full frame. Now, if you like the blurred background, sharp foreground option, you will need a larger sensor, like a full frame or a crop sensor. But if you don't care for any blurred background effect, and would rather have sharpness throughout the image, Micro Four Thirds or smaller will actually do just fine. And if you're shooting in low light environments, indoors, concerts, anything at night, you also need a larger sensor. These point and shoot options are going to fall short each time because the sensor size just cannot capture enough light. Now, megapixels do come into play with video too, but I won't go too much into it. I will say that typically with video, you want something around the 12 to 24 megapixel range. Because with lower megapixels, the better transition you have for noise in low light conditions, which is why I chose these cameras as examples. I do not recommend choosing a camera with 30 megapixels or larger for video. These cameras will benefit you for like enlarged photographs, but overall you'll limit your video options no matter the sensor size. So if you're a vlogger that's mainly shooting in the daytime and shooting in selfie style, a point and shoot may do the job for you. If you're someone that's getting into professional video, definitely get a micro four thirds, crop, or full frame. Just consider the lighting and depth of field style you're looking for in your finished product. If you guys have any questions I didn't answer, or would like more clarification, please comment down below, and also let me know what tips and tricks videos that you would like to see. I know that I've been doing a lot of walkthroughs lately, so hopefully this video will make my subscribers a little happy, and maybe sprout some ideas on what you want to see next. Until next time, keep your eye out for inspiration, Shutterbugs. Bye.